Zap, wham, pow. Today I get to talk about one of my favorite television shows from my childhood, as well as one of the enigmatic actors who played an important part in the success of that show. When I say enigmatic, I mean difficult to understand for a number of reasons. And one of them is that this particular actor always seemed quite old to me when he was on the screen, not least because he was playing a character who ought to have been a lot younger. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. I'm talking about the Batman TV series from the mid-1960s, and I'm talking about one of the great supervillains of that show, King Tut, played by Victor Buono. And Victor Buono was, and this surprised me finding out later in life, was only in his late 20s, maybe 28, 29, when he portrayed King Tut. Fun fact, in that series, Victor Buono's King Tut was actually supposedly an ancient history professor known as William McElroy, who, when he got hit on the head, believed that he was the reincarnation or the actual King Tut. And I'm to assume from that they mean King Tutankhamun, very much in the public zeitgeist then, because the ongoing discoveries from the tomb and the exhibition of the wealth from King Tutankhamun's tomb. The thing is that Tutankhamun was, of course, the boy king who, from what we gathered from forensic examination, died in his late teens, didn't really rule Egypt for all that long and wasn't particularly important. So very much not like the character that William McElroy, the Yale professor, turned into in the Batman show, even though a Yale professor of ancient history would have known enough about King Tut to know that he didn't quite fit the profile, which is a phrase that speaks to Victor Buono himself, the actor, who was a bigger man and therefore limited in the roles that he could have, but he had quite a successful career nevertheless. And he used to play on this in later life. He would refer to himself as the fat man from Batman. And you can approach what you've been given in many ways. I'm a big guy, and I've got to say I'm fat. He traded off it. What he couldn't do was express his sexuality because, like a lot of gay actors in that day, he was closeted because he had to be. And that's a shame for him personally, and an indication, I guess, of where we were at in the 60s. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the career of the guy who was the most, I'm not sure to say whether I should say popular, probably not the most popular. I guess maybe the Penguin or Joker were the most popular, but he was the most enduring. I think he appeared in more episodes of Batman than any other of the villains. And just to have a little look in his career, he worked a lot and he played character parts. He also had some leading roles across the genres. He was in films ranging from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, through to Beneath the Planet of the Apes via Robin and the Seven Hoods, which was, from memory, Frank Sinatra and maybe Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., a kind of all-star cast, which was the inspiration, I think, for Ocean's 11. So Victor Buono had a big career. There were also a bunch of things that he didn't do, including he was in a pilot, a 1967 pilot, based on the Dick Tracy comic strips, which he played another camp villain called Mr. Memory. That never went on to become a series, which is a shame. But he was in shows such as you might expect, Get Smart, The Odd Couple, even The Man from Atlantis. So he was, while not ubiquitous, he was around a lot on television in the 60s and 70s. He also released a comedy album where he did poetry. I think he had a collection called It Could Be Verse. And he appeared on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. And a lot of people may remember him briefly appearing as the father of Christopher Lloyd's character, Reverend Jim, in Taxi. So, yeah, Victor Buono had a really interesting career and quite a sad early death. Born in 1938, he died in 1982 of a heart attack. And one of these guys, I feel like I would have liked to have known more about. And maybe now I do, and hopefully you do as well. Thanks for watching. If you like these kinds of videos, I make all different types of videos, but if you like ones about celebrities from days gone by, nostalgia, showbiz stuff, let me know in the comments. Share, like, and subscribe. If you don't do any of those things. Thanks for watching.